Welcome to the 8th day of the Python 30 series. In this video, we are going to discuss error handling. Now, I'm sure you have run into a lot of errors while you have been coding. In this video, we are going to learn how to handle those errors and deal with them in an elegant manner using Python exceptions, especially try, except, else, and finally blocks. Now, there are different kinds of error, but broadly you can classify them into two types. One is a syntax error and another is a logical error. Syntax errors are basically errors in your Python syntax. So let's say a parenthesis is missing from your Python code where it should be, that would be a syntax error. A logical error would be, for example, you are trying to divide 1 by 0. You cannot divide a number by 0. That is a logical error. So we are going to discuss both these errors and then see how we can use Python exceptions to deal with them. Let's try to run this print statement. If we run this, you can see it's clearly a syntax error. Why? Because we have an extra parenthesis here. Remove it and it should run fine. Or for example, let's look at this for loop. If I run this, again you get a syntax error. Why? Because the spelling of for is wrong. If you fix this, again it should run fine. So basically this is an example of syntax error. Let's now look at logical errors. Let's say you want to divide 1 by 0. Then you should get a 0 division error. Or let's say you want to open a file that does not exist. In that case, you should get a file not found error. These are common examples of logical errors. Now, if you want to find out all the logical errors that exist in Python, I have a link in the description below that points to the Python documentation. There you can see all the different kinds of error and use them in our code. Now, if you are wondering what is the importance of error handling in Python, let me tell you this. A Python program terminates as soon as it encounters an error. What it does is disrupts the normal flow of the program. That's why you need to catch and handle exceptions in your Python code so that the normal flow of the code continues and you can log those errors and then take care of them later. That's why we use Python error handling. So let's now look at a simple try except block. So the try and except block in Python is used to catch and handle exceptions. First, Python runs the code that is inside the try block. If that fails, it executes the code that is within the except block. That is how it deals with exceptions and handles error throughout the code. Let's first try to handle this error, okay? The issue of missing file. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to write try and then colon, and then within the try block I'm going to say x equal to open imaginary file.csv. Might as well write it like this. Then after the try block, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write except and then say if this thing runs into an error, print there is some issue. Alright, let's go ahead and run this. And there you see our program executed fine. It exited with code 0, but it says that there is some issue. Alright, so this is how you would handle a simple error in your Python code. Now it would be interesting to know what kind of error it was. Alright, so here what we can do in the except block, I can say except exception. Exception is a class from Python, and I can say except exception as e. I can say there is some issue, and then here I'm going to say e. Alright, let's print out what the exception is. So now if I run this, there is some issue, no such file or directory. Alright, so basically this is the error that happens while running this piece of code. Basically the file does not exist. So this is how easily you can catch exceptions in your code. Now previously we saw that this kind of error relates to file not found error, right? Basically this file is missing. Now this is how easily you can derive the built-in exception from this exception class. So here I can say print e dot class, and now if I run this, you see it says the class is file not found error. So basically this is the built-in exception that is occurring when you are trying to execute this code. Now except from try and except, you can also add else and finally blocks into your error handling code. What they basically do is support the error handling with try and except. For example, the else block is only going to be executed when there is no exception. Basically, if the code runs fine, the code inside the else block is going to execute. However, if there was an exception, that code is not going to be executed. Finally, the finally block is always executed. Let's try to implement the else and finally blocks here in this code and make it work. So we are trying to open a file, imaginaryfile.csv. We already have our try and except blocks. Let's now add an else block. So I can say else print the file exists, and let's also add a finally block saying print the code executed without interruption. All right, simple as that. So now let's try to run this again. So here you see that we got an exception that was handled by the exception block. We got the file not found error class. We also got the exception message, and then you see that the finally block was executed. This shows that whether or not your code ran into an error, the code inside the finally block is always going to be executed. That's why you can think of this finally block where you can put your log files. So basically you want to log some kind of message that shows that this kind of function or class ran, that can be executed in the finally block, showing that at this time this function or this class was called. The else block only executes when there is no exception, and as you can see here, the code inside the else block did not run. So let's fix this. For that, let's just create the imaginary file.csv. Now that we have an imaginary file.csv, let's go ahead and run this code again. And there you go. You see, we were able to open the imaginary file.csv. We did not encounter any kind of exception. Now the result says the file exists, which means the code inside the else block ran successfully. So this is how the try, except, else and finally blocks work in error handling. So now we are going to look at a proper example of error handling in Python. What we are going to do is we are going to create a function that takes two numbers and divides them. If there is an error, it tells you. If it is successful, it tells you, and it logs all the results to a log file. All right. So now I already have the logging configuration ready here. Again, all the explanation for logging is in my video, so make sure to check out description or the I link here. So now let's go ahead and create our function. I'm going to say def division x comma y, and then within it I'm going to define a variable called as result, and I'm going to set it none. All right. Now within the try block, let's say result equal to x divided by y, except exception as e. So I'm going to say print exception e. So let's create it an f string. So exception e occurred. All right, and then I'm going to write an else block which is only going to be executed if it runs successfully. Print the result. Again, we'll need an f string here. So the result of x divided by y is result. All right, so this is only going to be executed when our x divided by y runs perfectly, and then I'm going to have a finally block where I log that this division function was called. So I can say logging dot info, and I'm going to say division function called result equal to. So we need to do something about the result. So let me give it a variable status, and let's go ahead and create a variable called a status. So I'm going to say status equal to none. Now if the division happens successfully, the result variable will be occupied by the result of x divided by y, right? However, if it does not run successfully, then the result is going to be none. So I'm going to say if not result status equal to fail, else status equal to pass. Okay, so now we have a basic function ready here. Let me just extend it so you can see it perfectly. So basically this is how I'm catching all my exceptions and I'm logging the results. So let's go ahead and call our division function. So I'm going to say division. Let's first say 3 by 0. All right. So now if I run this, so in the result you should see that we get exception division by 0 occurred. All right. So now as you can see we have a log file created here, and here we have, it says division function called result fail. All right. So basically it records the time and it records the logging level and it records the script name trial.py, the line number where the issue happened, and basically division function called result is false or result is fail. Now let's go ahead and try to divide it by something else. So I'm gonna say 3 by 1. So it says the result of 3 divided by 1 is 3.0. And now if I go to my logs file, as you can see we have a second log created here and the result is pass. So you can see every time you call the division function, and we have successfully achieved error handling by using these 4 blocks: try, except, else, and finally. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next session of Python 30 series. Till then, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you like this video and if you thought it was simple and helpful, make sure to share it on social media and with your colleagues. Thank you everyone.